Hey guys, Mactutor30. Today I got a tutorial for you guys on how to make an explosion effect in After Effects. Composition, hit OK. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and layer, new solid, and in the solid, we're just going to make it black. Come over here, and what you're going to want to type into effects and presets, type in circle, okay? You are going to want to drag this over and move the circle upwards just like a little bit to about right there. And you're going to want to come over here and you're going to want to have feather, add feather, and you're going to want to make the feather 50. There we go, 25500. And type that into the blue one and then hit OK. And then you're going to want to come down here and make sure it's completely like colored in. Hit Apple like Command D for duplicate 3 times. So for the second one here, you're going to want to drag it down just right there, and you're going to want to make the color on that. I'm going to go with that orange right there. And with the top layer, you're going to want to move that one right there. Okay? Make that color come to the green one and 12500. Make it a yellow. So now you have the yellow. You're going to want to duplicate that again to make a fourth one, and the top one there you're going to want to move and put it in the center. You're going to want to move the radius down to about 55, and you're going to want to change the color to completely white and then hit OK. So now that you have that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select all the layers. And so just select all the layers, and you're going to want to hit Apple Shift C, which means you're them into a composition. So you're going to make this called explosion, and then hit OK. And you're going to want, what you want to do is you're going to want to duplicate this 3 times, and you're going to make the top 2 invisible and come down to the bottom one. And you're going to come up here to effects and go to distort and go to liquefy right here, and you're going to want to just make these jut out randomly. So now that you have that, you're gonna want to make these 2 visible, move to this one, and you're going to want to hit S for scale, and you're gonna scale this up to about 150, and you're gonna make this and add transfer setting or whatever. So now it kind of looks like there's a cloud around it of flames. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to merge these down. So like select them all and then Apple Shift C and make it explosion. Okay, and then hit OK. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to layer, new, solid, and you're going to hit OK. And you're going to want to come up here to effects, and it's going to be right, and you're going to come down here, and you're going to go to noise and grain, fractal noise, and you're going to want to make this and add, you're going to want to come to the very beginning of the composition and hit the stopwatch. And then you're going to want to come to right here and come to about the 2-second mark and make this about 20. Okay, 20. Okay, so now you have 20. It's going to change every frame. Okay, so now that you have that, you're going to want to come over here and add. And so, oops, I messed up. You're going to want to select this, and you're going to want to have it classic color dodge. Okay, so now that you have that, the flame moves all the way through. See? So the flame is, even though that kind of looks like flames, it doesn't yet. We have to do a little bit more. Okay? So now that we have this, we're going to select those 2 and move them down into one composition and title it Explosion. Then hit OK. And now that we have that, we are going to come to the very beginning, and we're going to come into transformation settings, and we're gonna have scale, and we're gonna have that stopwatched at 0 at the very beginning, and then at about 1 second or so, we're gonna have it become 100, 100, and then right after that, about 1/4 of a second afterwards, we're gonna have it be 0 again, because real explosions don't stick around all day. So now it's gonna look like this. Even though it still kind of looks like an explosion, now we still have to add smoke. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come about right there, and you're gonna want to come up here to layer, new solid, and you're gonna hit OK. Hit OK, and then you're gonna want to effect. Your effect should be right here. We're gonna use fractal noise again, and fractal noise. You're gonna want to come up here and click this, and you're gonna have the ellipse tool, and you're going to make an elliptical mask. So about like that, but I don't like it like that. I'm gonna make it big around it. Okay, so it completely covers your whole entire thing. So right there, what I like to do, what I found makes this a better better explosion, is to make the feather, to stopwatch the feather and the opacity. So the opacity, we're gonna move that so it's right lined up with that. So right there. So so it's not during this part. So it only comes up whenever it's going down. So right there, what you're gonna want to do is make the feather, and you're going to want to make it very feathery. So like that, okay? And you're going to make the opacity go down too. So like that, okay? So, and then just like 1 frame after that, you're going to want to make the opacity 100%, okay? So since it's stopwatch, it's going to go from a little bit to a lot, and you're going to want to bring the feathering down just a little bit. Feathering down just a little bit. So now it's going to look like this. Up right there, we don't want that to be so opaque. So we're going to bring that down just a little bit. So now it's going to look like, okay, here we want it to be opacity just a little bit less. So right there, I wish that wasn't so bright right there. Bring that down too. Okay, so now how does this look? Right there, it just looks so bright. I want that to be as opaque too. Man. Okay, and we want to bring the feathering up right there. That's what we need to do. So now that we have how this, I like this, and you're going to want to come out here, and it's going to look like that. And about here, you're going to want to bring the opacity down to 0, and you're also, or close to 0, it's about like 30, okay? And you're going to want to have the feathering super high. So that's what I like to do. So it kind of looks like the smoke's going away. So see, look, it kind of looks like the smoke is fading. Right there, I like this to be pretty high too. And then whenever it gets here, bring the feathering completely super skyrocket. And then it'll look cool. So now it's going to look like this. So that's what your flame looks like with the smoke. I know the smoke is a little difficult. It's difficult for me too. But once you have it completely done, what you want to do is you're going to completely bring this down, and you're going to want to select everything, and Apple Shift C, and explosion, and that's what you do. And if you I know that this looks like this, so that has been another